Hello, hello, hello. Happy Thursday evening. How's everyone doing? How do I stop this? There we go. So happy Thursday evening, almost Friday. So I'm just going to touch on a few things. I'm not going to play anyone because I don't honestly want to sit here and listen to anyone reiterate any of the shitty shit that they've said. But I do have some thoughts and some responses. Someone messaged me who died. Jules' cat passed away, and I honestly, it was the saddest thing ever. I don't watch her live, but I had heard about it, so I clicked and watched the first 20 minutes of her live because I heard I was mentioned as well, and it was sad. So that's sad. We all have those animals that are very much our spirit animal. I know what she means by that, and I lost mine back in 2013. Remy is probably the next closest thing to that, and he is currently going through some health issues, and it just brought up a whole bunch of shit because I'm like, if he doesn't get better, what the fuck am I gonna do? My animal who passed in 2013, I only had him. He was only 3 when he passed away. He got hit by a car. My mom let him out accidentally after I moved, and he was a very small dog, and he managed to get out of a crack that we didn't even know existed, and he got hit by a car. It was tragic, and he was like my baby before I ever had kids. Super sad. And that animal death always hit harder because I've had a lot of fosters, a lot of animals my whole life. So it hit home, and I definitely, and then I'm like, oh my God, I've had Remy for 7 years. That's double as long as I had Bambi. What the hell is going to happen when he goes? If this goes down south and doesn't get better. So yeah. And I'm not going to go into detail about that because again, same thing. I don't want people saying that my dog's not sick or anything like that. So that's where I'll leave it. The people saying that, William, what the fuck's wrong with you? First and foremost, so I'm going to address Jules, not having to replay Jules. So, going off the top of my head, bear with me. But first and foremost, I am not trying to get back in with the Hive or Jules in any way, shape, or form. I have always tried to be Team Amesy, and Team Amesy is like my own island where I have other people that I support and all that good stuff. But Like, I'm not trying to be on anyone's side. I should have not gone to Jen, but honestly, I was like, oh God, the high was going to attack me. And I kind of used Jen as a meat shield. I also kind of used making up with Jen, way to make nice with other people, and Jen served her fucking purpose. So fuck you, Jen. I have no purpose for you anymore. So, and the people that want to ride off in the sunset with Jen, good riddance, like honestly. Um, but again, anyone and everyone is welcome here. I have no huge beef with Jules. The only reason I did that privacy strike was just because someone said I privacy struck her and struck them. I think it was KK in Jules' chat, and I was like, and then she had a picture of me up that I had already taken down with the privacy strike. So I was like, let me be a petty ass bitch, right? But besides going back and forth, I don't hate anybody other than a handful of people, and that would be mainly William. Very much so. Like, William will forever be a fuck you for me. He is dead to me. He is a walking rejected abortion. And what he has to say about my children or my child to be is irrelevant to me, but it shows who he is. And it showed, and it's funny because like AMZ Blood, the one that always, had his back and all this shit and all the fucking shit he preaches and all this shit, he's not, you fall for anything if you don't stand for nothing, William. And you clearly don't stand for shit. Everything you say is out of the side of your neck or your fucking anus hole. And no one wants to see that pickle flow flap. So, right away into the sunset that is, jaundice and fucking whatever jaundice and what is it called when your liver is going out, cirrhosis of the liver. Enjoy that trip because I'm sure it's coming soon, buddy. And I do want to say, because it was a little off base and a little out of pocket. It was more of just like what was in the air at the time was his daughter was being attacked kind of and being used as a pawn. But I should kind of take back what I said about her. I personally don't know the girl or have any beef with her. She is a grown woman. She is not a child, like Muggsy wanted to say. But she is a person that I don't have any issue with. So I do apologize to William's daughter out there. I want to put that into the ether. He's the one who talked atrocious about her. And I'm sure she knows the kind of dad that she has. So if anything, that person probably deserves more grace and like condolences themselves for having that kind of father. So that was out of pocket and I should have went there, but it showed who William is, right? Like, it really did. Yeah, and you know why? Because no one ever tried to control me. Well, Jen might. Jen definitely gatekeeps. Jen does what she says that Jules did. Now, Jules may have like Jules never was like outrightly like, I don't want you talking to this person, except for William and Deadly. And I probably should have heeded that warning. But and Muggsy. Like, the fact that I got mad and left that group because those people were being called out as not being welcome and she wasn't gonna be in chat. I should have just kicked them all to the curb. But you know what? Lesson learned, right? I will not be going back to Deadly's panel. Deadly, stop trying to get me to talk to you. You have my phone number. I think it has never changed. You could always text me. But I'm not coming on your panel, especially if William's up there. Okay. Not doing it. Like, I'll talk to Deadly maybe one on one, but Deadly is his own piece of shit. But, I'm not faking a pregnancy. I think that's so fucking weird. And I think what William said about coat hangers and all of that, again, just shows the kind of person that he is. And literally, it's like when you think that guy can't get any fucking worse, he gets worse. Like, I knew William was a piece of shit, but I didn't know he was that kind of piece of shit. Thank you, Angela. And I can definitely be vile and go way too fucking far, but I do own it and I do apologize. And I don't expect everyone to accept that apology. Don't get me wrong. But if Jen or other people acknowledged, owned up, and apologized, they have a lot less hate than they get. So, and honestly, I was watching this creator. 2 seconds. I want to see if I can find it once. it's really irrelevant. I don't need to show it. But she's basically like, to the haters, like, fun fact, like, I like attention so much, I don't give a fuck if it's negative or positive. And I love this chick, but I think that goes for a lot of people on YouTube. I think some people don't want the attention of the negative, but I think some people like William, Deadly, and Jen want pregnancy so bad. I mean, pregnancy, I'm reading the chat. My bad. Attention so bad that even negative attention that they get by being like horrible pieces of shit, like it feeds them and it feeds their ego. And it's like, oh, they're paying attention to me and they want attention no matter how they can get it. And I think that like the best thing to do is ice them the fuck out. Like, don't, like, you know, the fact that they're being covered and stuff, like, people are going to cover them because, I mean, I'm for sniping them like Paula does because it takes away from their views. So that I feel is a necessary, like, needing to cover them. But as far as like pointing out the kind of people they are, I think we all fucking know at this point. Like, even the new people fucking know at this point. And I want to put out there that when William started going off on Rochelle a couple weeks back with the whole Jewish stuff, and then he like, and then Jen was dropping the N bomb, I made a few things to say that Jen wasn't racist, and that I think Deadly is more inappropriate and just naive and stupid than actually innately racist. But I did say back then, and I think when it comes down to it, William is actually racist, and I did say that because he says some things that is just like, I think you're just really racist, bro. Like, I don't know if it's like an East Coast thing. I'm not going to say that, but I will say that I have heard only the most atrocious things out of people from the Upper East Side or East Coast and the fucking South. So I've never, you know, being from the West Coast, that's the only time I've heard really racist comments. And William is like the epitome of that. The other epitome of that would be like Terry Time of the South. So not trying to get in a fight with Tear Time, but she's always gonna be like talking shit about me regardless. So I'm just, you know, telling it like it fucking is. Telling it like it fucking is. You know what I mean? I would be surprised if an old 70-something-year-old lady from fucking upper, she's from back east and she lives in the South. She's like a double whammy when it comes to racist, if you believe in my like regionalist beliefs. But you know, I've hung out with some people, my mom even, you know, had some questionable things that she said when she came to live with me in fucking Chesterwood in LA. And I'm like, you can't say that shit. Like, you can't say that shit. Like, or you're going to get us fucking jumped. Just like sitting on the front porch. Like, what the fuck are you doing? You know, so yeah. I don't care about the guys, but I'm okay with you and GB just how I feel. Oh yeah, I don't care who's, like I said, I don't care if you're cool with Jen. I don't, you know, me and Jen's issues go beyond other people feeling for her. You know, she's just her own worst fucking enemy. I saw you say that earlier. Thank you, Missy. I appreciate that. And yeah, she did. She sat completely silent when Deadly was talking about it, about not knowing the sex of the baby. Like, I am 19 weeks. I have the big scan at, because things are busy here and I have midwives. I don't have an OBGYN. My pregnancy doesn't require an OBGYN. So I don't have all the scans. Like, I'm doing this very natural this time. So like, I probably will have 3 scans all of my pregnancy. I had like the 3-month one or 2-month one. I don't know. It was like 13 weeks. And then, so is that 3 weeks, 3 months? And then I'll have the other one on the 17th of February. And that's the one where it's like an hour long. They check the anatomy and that's where they tell you the sex of the baby too. Yes, you can get a blood test, but you have to pay for that. And I just didn't feel like it. Plus 20 weeks came upon me much faster than I thought it would. So, you know, if I was, you know, not sick for like a month straight of this pregnancy in my first trimester, I probably would have had the blood test, but I could barely fucking go take blood for labs, let alone even think of I didn't care what the sex of the baby was. I was just like hoping that I wasn't miscarrying or dying. Like, because I felt like shit. And I think I had that flu that everyone had on top of being pregnant. But anyways, so yeah. So when it comes to that it's not just, you know, the hanger comment. What really got me was the helmet comment, that I don't need to bring any more helmets into this world. William, My kids don't wear helmets. You should wear a fucking helmet. But my kids are, one is atypical and the other one has autism. That doesn't mean that they are retarded. Like, I don't have kids that run around here and banging their heads against the wall. And if I did, like, so be it. Like, but how fucking dare you talk like I don't need to bring any more helmets into this world. So if I were to say, because I'm having a geriatric pregnancy technically, because I am over the age of 40, I think it's over the age of 36, but technically that increases your risk for a Down syndrome. So if I were to give birth to a Down syndrome child, like, how would you feel? Because Down syndrome people are some of the nicest people out there. Kindest people, nicest people, coolest people that I've ever met. So, a lot of people get those genetic tests and they find out that they have Downs and they'll terminate, and I wouldn't. And every to each their own. But how fucking dare you, bro? Especially when you're a fucking helmet wearing motherfucker your damn self. Like, honestly. Like, and you don't want your daughter talked about, but she's a grown ass adult that you don't take care of, that you don't see, that you don't engage with, that you don't anything. And you want to sit here and play daddy of the year like you give a fuck what anyone fucking says. When again, like I said, no one would even know the size of your daughter, would probably assume that she's skinny and a beanpole like yourself if you hadn't said something your damn self. And said you hated the girl, called her a linebacker multiple times, talked about her a deceased mother's weight. I mean, you put that out in the internet with Will Bailey, like, you act more and more like Jen every fucking day, dude. And Jen, you're acting more and more like William every fucking day. And it's not becoming for either of you. It's like you guys really need to strive for better friends so they make you better people. I'm not much better. To that Jamie guy who's sitting here saying I was on panel with them and la da 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 da. I don't think that I'm better than anybody. I mean, I do think that I'm better than Deadly Jen and William, but not by much. But a little bit. I mean, I've never fucking sexually harassed a child. I've never said that I sexually assaulted a child who was my sibling. And I've never wished death on a child or fucking made fun of a special needs child. I've said some atrocious ass shit. But I've never done those 4 things. And it doesn't make me any better. It just makes me a little bit better than them. Sorry, not sorry, but I am. And as far as the son thing, like, I don't know if I need to pull his doctor records or what I need to do, but like, accidents happen. And again, the accident wasn't on my watch. If it was on my watch, it would never have happened. I am that much of an attentive parent for my child, to the point where I'm very attentive. I'm qualified over multitude of certifications to take care of my child. I've that's what I've recently been doing, is getting certified to take care of my special needs child and taking classes. And rather than bring some stranger in my house that could fucking make his life worse, I am taking the time to be my child's caretaker. I had an hour break that day to go grocery shopping, and shit happened, and thank God he lived through it. Okay? Thank God. The kid is fucking, I would have died or been a vegetable, I'll tell you that. I would have been head first out the fucking window. But he held on. He skimmed down it. He fucking ended up with a broken arm and a cracked pelvis, just a tiny hairline fracture. But, he had to do physical therapy, but he only had to do 1 session because all of the physical therapy we did at home, I did with him. And he didn't need it. They literally had 1 physical therapy session with him and was like, wow, he is completely healed. Like, you don't need to continue doing this. Like, great job. So, yeah. And then 2 months later, said father who allowed him to fall out of window, accidents happen again, but tried to take the motherfucking kid out of the fucking state. And I fought tooth to nail in 2 states and gained custody of both of those children. So I'm by no means a shit fucking mom. by any means. And multiple fucking jurisdictions and multiple states have given me full custody. Um, if you don't think that we spoke to social services when that accident happened, we definitely fucking did, especially the fucking parent that was with him when it happened did. He had to go and do a little bit more extensive talking to them than I did. Because again, didn't happen on my fucking watch. But my kid's accident does not equate anything that Jen Bailey has done or said, except for that she's probably like thrown people out windows her damn self, like literally. Um, the rumors of me neglecting my child. I was a full-time fucking mom that got 1 fucking hour on a Saturday to go grocery shopping, and that's what the fuck I left to do. And within 20 minutes, my son got injured. Yeah, me too. I mean, pets are they're just better than people. You know what I mean? And there are those ones that are just, I mean, it's sad whenever you lose any pet, I mean, even a foster pet or a pet you've had, I don't know. When I was younger, I used to find like injured birds and I'd bring them home and try to nurse them back to health. And like 99% of the times the birds didn't make it. You know what I mean? And my mom thought it was fucking weird, but I was like, I want to be a vet. And I just, because animals are just helpless, innocent creatures. Looking back, I was a weird fucking kid, but like they weren't dead yet. Like I was trying to, I don't know why I kept finding these like dying birds. Like now that I think back, like it was a lot of birds. Like there was a fucking, like I had a whole front yard filled with like dead crows that I just kept like bringing home. Like this one's hurt now. My mom was like, fuck. Like to the point where she's like, probably like, is she hurting these birds? Like, I don't know. I'm gonna have to like dig that memory up because I'm just like that came out of fucking nowhere. But anyways, yeah, back to Jen, William, and Deadly. I'm not clicking any links. I'm not going on any panels with you. Fuck that. You're not getting my attention for whatever the fuck you need it for. You get enough attention from everyone the fuck else. This is as much attention as I'm giving you. And it's too much as far as I'm concerned either. Like, and the fact that Jen is sitting here saying, just put my dog on a fucking milk carton. Bitch, you abandoned that dog. That dog is not dead. Okay? The fact that you can't, like, what is wrong with her? And someone said to me recently, they were like, I'm not going to call out who it is, but they messaged me and were trying to basically be like, why are you fighting with Jen? Because of Dudley and William, blah, 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 blah. Jen lost her mom. And I'm like, Jen lost her mom 4 years ago. Because I lost my mom like right before her. It was 4 fucking years ago. Like, maybe if Jen stopped living in the fucking past, she wouldn't be so fucking depressed. Because living in the past, you have depression. Living in the future, too much, you get anxiety. Happiness is found in the present. Yeah, until they went to school and everyone's like, go away with your kids. I'm like, I can't go to their school. They won't let me just go in there and stand there. They think it's weird. They kick me out after a while. Like, ma'am, you can't just stand here and just watch your kids in class. Like, I tried. The internet told me to. I did, and they kicked me the fuck out. Like, the fuck? Jules said that she made this up because Mia was sick. You gotta be shitting me. I was working, and then on the way back, like, I was like coming in and out of Paula's. I didn't have the best service, and I'm like, so I heard some of that. I didn't hear that part. Yard full of dead animals you collected isn't a red flag at all. I didn't collect dead animals. They were dying birds that I kept finding like on the side of the road by my house. Again, I don't know why there were so many birds. Maybe there was like an electrical wire that had like a short or something. Because it was literally like I'd walk out of my house, like cross the street, and there'd be a dead, like an injured bird. I'm like, oh no, another injured bird. Let's try to save this one. No, I don't think any of them I saved. They all eventually died. But at least I gave them like a nice little box and food before they fucking died. So at least I tried, okay? No, I wasn't just bringing home dead animals. That's definitely, both are weird, okay? One is worse than the other, though. Like, I would have definitely been in therapy if I was just bringing home straight dead animals. My mom would have been like, hell no, I've seen the fucking Shining. I'm not doing this. She had the nerve. Yeah, like no one's lying about her cat passing. And what is William talking about? It's thousands of dollars to have your animal on hospice. Do you know what hospice means, William? It means end of life care. That's what it means. It literally means not doing medical care anymore. Like essentially just making them comfortable until it's their time. And sometimes that can be weeks, sometimes that can be years. Sometimes people can recover from hospice. So, a cat that's on hospice just means that she's not having like multiple surgeries. She's not taking her to the vet to constantly get scans. I don't know what the cat passed away from. Let's say, for instance, let's just put it out. A lot of people are on hospice that have cancer. So let's say the cat maybe had cancer. That can make, you know, vitality diminish quickly, especially with animals because they can't tell you that they're sick, especially cats, because they are very not likely to say shit until it's like the end of the rope. Cats are very strong in that aspect. They suffer in silence a lot of times. So, you find out your cat's riddled with tumors, let's say, like a person, and or you've had treatment after treatment and you've been fighting it for years and they just keep coming back. Eventually, hospice would just not doing treatment anymore and just making them comfortable. And it doesn't cost any sort of enormous amount of money. I don't know. The guy's a fucking retard. I'm sorry, I'm gonna use the word. He is. He is fucking the stupidest motherfucking person. Like, I swear, he was wearing. I can't believe I ever was hanging out with a hobo who wore two mismatching shoes, like just to use them as meat shields, essentially. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, I was using them for meat shields. Like, I'm like, let me hide behind these motherfuckers because at least they're worse than I am, but didn't do me any good, especially hanging out with Jen. Like, I attacked people that I didn't need to attack, like fought with people that I don't need to fight with that are still covering me to this day. And much like that whole shit show community, like I could have just remained neutral in that situation if I hadn't blindly fucking fought for Jen. Does she give a fuck? Nope. She just wants to focus on the fact that her gay fucking boyfriend DM'd me fucking 4 years ago videos of her beating on him. Yeah, that's what's important. And oh my God. Those text messages, I saved them. Holy motherfuck. Hold on a second. We're going to go to those really quick because I wouldn't. She just online saying people be lying about this, lying about that. Meanwhile, this hoe just had her whole shit like blown up. And she's just like, look over here. Oh. So I'm looking at these Jessica texts. Just find a few that stand out to me that I would be putting my head in the motherfucking sand if I was her. I'm disgusting. Okay. Yeah. Your opinion doesn't matter. It's like the opinion of a piece of shit on the ground. Like, I try to just not step on you. Okay. You who have talked about children wearing helmets, you have talked about coat hangers and stillborns. Sweetheart, you're disgusting. Wishing that upon a child is bullshit. I shouldn't have never said what I fucking said about Shiz's loss, whatever it may be. I was triggered. Being a fucking pregnant mom, just hearing anything about the loss of a child, it made me flip the fuck out and not in a good way. Okay. But again, still shouldn't have said any of that shit, but I did not wish that upon anybody. There's a somewhat of a difference. Okay. Now, again, not a big level of betterness, but just enough to where at least I'm not fucking William Brooklyn. Or anyone related to William Brooklyn, or the mismatched shoes that he has to wear. I gotta imagine if you were them. These freak shows have been on live for how many days? I have not been live. I wasn't even online barely yesterday because I had the last 2 days because I was doing the certification. Um, let me like here. People like she's full of shit. Let's prove that I'm not full of shit. At least on that aspect. So just so you can see here, Article 9 test results, dear class participant. Great news, congratulations, you passed the Article 9 test, which means I get certified in that. Thank you for being an active engaged member of the class. We personally want to thank you, blah, 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 blah. So that's what I did the last couple of days. I didn't sit online for 14 hours straight crying about Amesy Beloved. I didn't do that. Yeah, why don't you go somewhere where you're celebrated, William? And again, here, let me show you one other thing really quick, sweetheart. Mm-hmm. Let's see. Is it the last 90 days? Damn, hold on. 65. Date subscribed. Well, I just wanted to show him, but I think has been over a year now. It was just over a year because I just saw it in my subscriptions, like who's subscribed to my channel. But Wispy is subscribed to me, William. So I really hope that like someone from the true crime community gets a whiff of what you've been putting down. Because I'm letting you know right now, they're advocates for children. And if they hear anything that you've said, and I'm friends with fucking Laura Perplexed QT. She has a larger channel. She's kind of on the outskirts. One of the, if you were going to compare like 90 Day Community and Bottom Feeders separately, Bottom Feeders was like over here, and then they combined to become the 90 Day Bottom Feeders or whatever. But Laura was like one of the original like true crime channels that eventually became Krama after all these Krama people showed up. So tread lightly, bitch, because you're not going to be welcome anywhere. Keep fucking with me. Like, you think Kendra, like, going over there? They didn't know Kendra. I was a creator in true crime when those people popped the fuck up. Like, 50% of them know who the fuck I am and would actually take the time to listen to me. They didn't know Kendra. I'm not trying to be a bitch, but I'm just saying they didn't know who Kendra is. They're like, I don't know her from Adam. I don't give a fuck who you are. I don't know you from Adam. But if they hear, oh, Amesy Beloved, I know who that is. Why don't you come up and tell us about this guy? I bet you your last dollar, William, on that. So keep talking about my motherfucking children because I know this internet. Fuck, let's not talk about your kid because you don't give a fuck about them. Let's not talk about your family because you don't give a fuck about them, including your mom, who you're a disappointment to every fucking day. You don't give a fuck about yourself. The only thing that you give a fuck about is your little YouTube and your little chat rooms and your little blah, blah, blah. So keep fucking with me and I'll make it so you can only go to Deadlies. Because you don't even like Deadlies. The only reason why you're at Deadlies is because Deadly threatens you like a bitch. Who are you talking to, William? Why didn't you drop out, William? Stress. You know how Deadly used to be, Angela. Deadly did that to me one fucking time because I wasn't in his channel in time. Back in 2023, when I just got my kids back, I took him to see Polar Express. I was, don't you ever fucking text me like this again. You don't question me where the fuck I am. I got children. That's where the fuck I am. But William, he just puts his little clit dick in between his legs and he just keeps fucking waddling towards fucking Puckley over there. So I don't know what's going on with that. That's why we said liars, tigers, and bears, the gay kind. Oh my. So, and I don't have to sit here and like replay any of these motherfuckers. Like, I don't have to write down notes like Jen Bailey or record. I'm just going off the top of my fucking head. So bear with me as I'm all over the place right now. He tries to control everyone. And he talks about scorned women. He is the most scorned woman, is Cuckley. Okay, you were scorned about Kim. I'm sure deep down he's super scorned the fact that like Brittany went back to her baby daddy and got married. Like, I mean, good for her. And like, that movie freaked me out kind of. I was like, why do these kids look so like soulless? I didn't say that out loud, but I was sitting there like, this is worse than fucking Terrifier. like, have you ever seen this? Like, go watch it again and like look at it through the eyes of like these kids look soulless. Like they're all like, ooh. It's like this is scaring the shit out of me. I'll be honest, I see all of you go pretty low when any of you get in a fight with each other again. William, you should not be mentioning the pregnancy or baby in a negative way. Right, and I've said that. Like, and I'll be honest with you, just me, 100%. Like I said, I go very low. I say some of the worst things, but I also apologize and own it. None of these people apologize and own shit. Maybe Deadly has apologized a little bit, but honestly, everyone like Whitney sitting here like, you know everything about Deadly. Bro, I don't follow the lore of Deadly, even in the height of the lore of what Deadly was doing back. When people start talking about children, I stopped watching. I unsubscribe. I don't. So half of the shit Deadly posted, I didn't see unless I was going to Reddit. Okay, so I don't know the whole lore behind of all the horrible things that Delia said, and I only know the sister speaking out once. I don't know if she did multiple interviews. I only heard something on like Britney's channel, and I didn't even hear the whole fucking thing. But all I know is she said they weren't raised together, so she didn't think that anything happened to her by him, but she couldn't be 100%. Something like she didn't remember all her childhood. I don't remember all of my childhood. Doesn't necessarily mean that something happened to me, but you know what I'm saying. Like, from what I remember, she didn't say that he actively like assaulted her or anything that she could remember. But as far as the dog and stuff, again, I focused on the assault. I didn't hear anything about a dog. I remember Brittany saying he killed a dog. I guess I didn't hear that part. Like, and I'm not just talking. I'm not just like bullshitting you. Like, I swear to fucking God, like I don't invest my time into these people as much as people think I do. Like, I don't talk to anybody on the back end, barely at all. Like Jen's like, oh, Amy's talking to this person now. She's talking to that person, like in their chats. But even like Jules, the Hive, like I rarely even talk to them. Like it was just, I just when I'm on YouTube, that's when I talk to people. Like I don't have the time. I have a special needs child. Like I don't have time to just be DMing and calling people. And like, yeah, I can't live that life. Sorry. And I wouldn't want to. I did a little bit like back in like 2019, 2020 when I first came to YouTube. Like I'd be on the phone with Brit, like we'd be on the phone all day, but we have both had little kids nearly the same age, so it's kind of a little different. You know what I mean? Like me and Adri used to be on the phone for hours too, but again, our kids are very close in age, and back then they were, not in school yet or barely in school at that point. So we had a lot more to talk about and stay on the phone and like kind of like mom at the same time. Is there someone in that fucking tree outside? What the fuck is going on? Okay, there is. I was like, oh fuck, there's a skinwalker. I gotta get out of here, guys. They're not watching like that either. See, yeah, like I've heard bits and pieces, like I heard the dog thing, but I never heard, I heard the sister thing, and then I heard that she didn't, she basically that didn't happen, or she didn't recollect that it happened, and that they weren't raised together. So that's all I was going off of. But did he say a bunch of horrible shit? Yes. I still go by what I say with like the VVCW community in them that all like hold these like papers on people like over their head, like they're like putting all these like, well, Jules has bad paperwork. Jules has bad paperwork, but then Dudley didn't have paperwork. So I mean, that was a valid argument. I'll still stand on that hill. You know what I mean? Like, even though I fucking hate him, like right now, like I will still stand on that hill. Like comparative, like you're sitting here attacking this kid, but I mean, there's more evidence on Jen than there is on Deadly. Because, again, his sister didn't write a post on IG saying that he did something to her. So, just saying. When it comes to who's the bigger diddler, Jen. Jen, like, I sat there and I defended her because I had a mom like her. And I'm like, oh, when they get older, they'll come back. After reading those texts that Brandy put out on James channel, she ain't coming back. Like, they ain't coming back. Mm-mm. One of them got divorced because of your fuck shit. One of them got their matching tattoo with you covered. That's some deep shit. Like, that's not. And my mom was crazy, but and we didn't have the best relationship. The sister was on Britney's before his confession. She was in Chicago Muscles after. It was true, but went to police to it for a report. Huh. Okay, wait, let me read that again. So the sister was on Britney's before his confession. Okay, that's okay. And then she was on Chicago Muscles after. It was 2 years. That's I must have seen her on Muscles, and I'm not Britney's. Because I wasn't cool with Britney back then. I specifically think like I purposely didn't watch Britney. So I did watch it. That rings a bell. But I didn't hear that she filed a police report. But good for her if she did. I would like to look that the fuck up and see if it ever went anywhere. I wonder when he went to fucking jail for like admitting, like falsely admitting to murder. Did anyone like forward that to the jail? Like, hey, by the way, his sister might have filed a police report on him. If you didn't, goddamn you people. Like, a fuck. Yeah, I don't have any issue with Joe or anything. I just said if you're going to stand on values, you need to stand on them with everybody. If you're going off paperwork here and not over just fucking online confessions and shit talking and hearsay, then you can't defend Jen if you're attacking Dudley, is what I was saying, like, for Joe and them. I was like, that just, I don't like hypocrisy, and that's hypocrisy to me. Now, and at the same time, they were holding this alleged paperwork over Joel's head. As much as I don't get along with Jules, and again, I'm not trying to get back in with you either. Feel the same way. Like, I also feel like you're a flip-flopping piece of shit. So, same difference. The only difference between me is there's like only one person that went to my police station that I've made up with, and there's like multiple that have like pulled. Jen fucked with my mom, and Jen called the cops, but that was in one fell swoop. That was one person. I mean, Geneva pulled her mom's obituary and spread shit around. They're cool now. I mean, that's flip-floppy. You're cool with Terry Lynn. She came to your whole ass state. It was like she went to your local police department. That's pretty fucking flip-floppy. So, same difference. But so same, feel the same. But also, I appreciate that she's at least a human being and doesn't, hate me enough to be like, go William, because anyone doing that is like, I mean, only Deadly and Jen, really. And maybe like Lauren and fucking Kira. You're also two pieces of shit. Lauren, that girl's got Jen beat on the crazy train. Different kind of crazy. But like, if it was to be level, like somehow like tested as far as like strength, she's definitely crazier. Like, that bitch just going all out right now. Attacking Ghosts. She really broken up about Ghost Shadows, ain't she? I'm going all over the place right now because I'm not going off of like, we're just going off the cup here. But hold on, let me see if I can find this. Well, it's easier when I click on post on my phone. And again, Dudley's sitting here crying about me calling him that word. And then he went extra hard in on me. But Lauren's been calling him that for over a year. And he's just like, what's up, dude? Like, it's the hypocrisy for me, bro. Like, I just can't, like, maybe I'd actually feel bad for saying it to you if you didn't have someone on your panel that said it to you last year. Like, she didn't only call you a chomo, she called you a whole ass PDF, like the full on word. So, chomo is just like an internet word. It's not like an actual, I mean, I guess it's short for, we know it's short for, but honestly, it's just a YouTube word. Now, being a PDF file, the full on word, that's, yeah. But you do you, man. You know, you're hanging out with Jen and William. Honestly, I think Dudley would be better off on his own, but he always needs. And then what's with the Kira thing? Like, last time I was getting reamed because like Kira came up and then now Kira's up. It's weird. You guys don't. If you don't stand for anything, you fall for anything, or you fall for anything if you stand for nothing. Whatever the fucking saying is. Meanwhile, let me look for the Teletubbies post because she was all being like all friendly, and then she just all of a sudden was like, "I don't care for ANZ and bullshit, bullshit, bullshit." And I was like, okay. And I was like, you sound like Russell Brand, bro. Like straight on, full on male Russell Brand. Sophie, she posted a track shoot. I said, that's cute for like a little girl or like a prostitute on the fucking track. Look at Jen's gonna go try to get that tracksuit and look all hot with a little cropped tracks. Is that supposed to be nonsense? Yeah, it is. That's funny. Hold on, I'm scrolling. Oh shit, Anne's going hard. Here's Lauren, ghost of Lauren's channel. Oh god, let's read her post. Here we go. Whitney wins. Here, let me do this. Let me click on one of her videos.
Do you know what, guys? I'm a bit sweaty at the moment. I've been doing housework. But watch your space coffee time, Mama, because I'm going to remind people of all the evidence I have showing that you plan out unaliving women and other people with your boyfriend. Not just one screenshot, but multiple. Not only that, I'm going to send any evidence I should to social services that I need.
Okay. This girl's fucking cracked. All right, and hold on. Let me go. I'm ready to read her community tab together because it's honestly kind of interesting and kind of scary. Space coffee. It's a fucking space coffee. What the fuck are you talking about? Coffee time mama exposes her own lies. Coffee time mama. Coffee time mama. Who the fuck is coffee time mama? Hey. Oh, she's showing. Yeah, we all send in private. You know, this girl. Who does? Lauren? Yeah, she shares her own shit. I've seen that. I mean, I'll do that every once in a while if I'm trying to be like, here's my second channel. But I don't like every post. It's like, what the fuck? Like, just have the backup for backup. Like, don't. I don't know. People are weird. People are weird. Not just her. People. The ghost of Lauren. I do like a little emoji because that's really, like, that's actually kind of funny. But fuck her. Whitney wins. The PDF file is doxing my minor child's image without covering their faces, but comes for others posting about kids. Let's see. Let's see if Whitney's doing that. Why do you have fucking what's her name? That's a really bad picture of Margot Robbie. What's her name? Margot Robbie or Robbie Margot? The Barbie girl? Like, what is that picture? Ow, my back hurts. Kaleidoscope Park. Lauren. I don't see any children. Where's the child? Okay, so is this bitch hallucinating or did like she get the post taken down? Because I ain't seeing no kids. And is this what she's talking about? Listen, bitch, if you are using this photo publicly, that's on you that your minor child's in there. Okay, especially if you're fucking around this fuck shit. Girl, please. Thing. I should call you Thing. Thing, please. That is on you. Chronic pain is no joke. Here's me laying in my bed, which really makes it worse. Just saying. I mean, well, I don't know. Chronic pain is horrible. But get out of it. There's a lot of milk in that tea. Just saying. It's like more like I'm having milk instead of tea. Mike and I bond over them. Okay, this is gross. Okay, Ramona and Maddie could bond over planning on unaliving a woman. I'm just reading this. Hold on. I don't see anything talking about death. You guys can pause it and zoom in, but I don't see anything about talking about death. This fucking bitch is like, talk about I'm schizophrenic. I'm not schizophrenic, idiots. Seeing something when it's not there is, though. And then here she's talking about children. That's weird. Um, Whitney's name. She thinks she's badass. Yeah, we've all doxed that. So somewhere she was talking about shaving her something or another, and I was like, oh my god. And this slaps harder than like Mike slaps her kitty or something. I'm like, bro, please fucking shut up. Shut all the way up. Oh, that's weird. He needs to show that. Where is that at? Why hasn't he posted that yet? Come on, Ghost of Shadows. There's no fucking point of like trolling her if you're not going to show shit like that. That's like, come on. And then like, why? Like, if that's your brother in that one picture, like, why y'all laying in bed like that? If it's not your brother, it's still weird. Take a picture like that. Like, who took the picture? Looks like a picture of like something someone sends as a ransom note or something. Reported who dies? Ghost of Shadows? He's a white guy. Isn't he? Even if he's not, like, I don't think you can report people to ICE. Honestly, I don't think it works that way. Honestly, I really don't think it works that way. They're just out doing what they're doing. The whole, like, I don't know. Like, the whole, like, they are doing what they're doing, but they're also being extreme because it's like bringing distraction away from other stuff, in my opinion. So, they're not doing it everywhere, but they are picking spots that they know will get more attention if they go extreme measures. Like the whole Minnesota thing, like they're doing all of that to make people be like, look over here. And it's really happening because they're pieces of shit that have no training and are just accidentally shooting people and then laying into them. Because honestly, that's what I think happened with the last one. I think that guy pulled his gun to like threaten him and like accidentally let one out. And then like one of the I haven't watched it that much, and then I don't know if he at that point was just like fuck it, or if there was another one who thought like oh shit gunfire boom boom boom. Either way, I think it was the first one that was let off was an accident in my opinion, and it's because they're not fucking trained. They're just there to be fucking showmen and like harass people and fucking slam people around and shit. And I don't know. It's horrible either way. But I honestly don't think you can just like get a whole like gaggle of like this Gestapo ice at someone's house if you just like report them. I don't think it works that way. I could be wrong, but like, and definitely don't think you can do it from fucking the UK because you can't even call like I can't even call Canada to report someone like posting my child, for instance. Like when that was happening like years ago, and I had a call and like I couldn't like I had to have someone in Canada call for me and have the police call me because there's like literally no physical way to call any authorities in another country. Like, I'm telling you, she's off her rocker, bro. She's calling the fucking number guy who's like, it's 10 o'clock. And she's just like, I have to report Ramona again. And he's like, it's 10:01. And she's like, just fucking thinking, I don't know what she's thinking, but I'm pretty sure who she's calling is like the time guy. And I called the social services on you. No, you didn't, but okay. Like she said that about me like years ago, a couple years ago. I'm like, yeah, okay, sure. From the UK, all right, yeah. I'm sure they were like, yeah, let's get right on that. Okay, like, thanks, Ringo. We'll get right on that. She made more comments and posts offing Ramona after the DM wanting to hire hitmen. Scary. They live so close, and she doxed her kid too. That's weird. She's got a weird obsession with that one. Didn't she move away from her? So it's like, why are you like you took the argument from the internet, from like real life to the internet? Like why? It's so weird. Anyways, so let's see. Any more? Let's see what else is Whitney talking about. I don't know. Yeah, but her pets aren't dead, Whitney. There's a difference. Whitney's like, Penelope going after June when she was exposed to her close people for illegally hoarding pets. Yeah, but the pets are alive. So, that's what matters in that whole like scenario. One person has a bunch of pets, regardless if it's legal or not, and they're alive and they're thriving probably. Then the other person had a horde of cat pets and they did not thrive and they died. So, I don't see you having any pets, Whitney. You got any pets? Probably like a Japanese fighting fish or something. I don't see you having honestly, that's sad. That's sad. She probably just sits there and stares at that poor fish. She never even got out of a real tank. It's just in the cup. Like, that's fucked up. So let me see. Is there anything else that I wanted to touch on? I'm sad about the kitty, even though I don't necessarily like the owner. It's still sad for any human to lose a pet. William is a no forever fuck you piece of shit, and hopefully everyone now sees that. And that's the thing. He just made it's not just me that he's made enemies with now. He's made enemies with a lot of people because of what he said that we're already probably on the fence about him, but we're still being decent to him in chats and stuff. Now you've really alienated yourself. Keep it up, buddy. You're doing, and Jules was right. That's one of the last things I heard her say, that William is living his karma every day, but unfortunately it does bleed into other people's lives and other people's communities. That is a true statement. It's more like it sludges into it, like some sort of bacterial waste, but yeah, we can smell his stank from here. And I'm all the way in fucking Tucson, Arizona, and he's in Brooklyn, New York. So I can smell him from here, his whole nasty self. So, maybe fix that. You nasty son of a. Wash your fucking face, William. I don't know if you have scabies or what the fuck is wrong with your face, but you are 50-something years old. You're too old to have acne. Fucking wash your fucking face, even with some bar soap. Just do something, man. What the fuck is wrong with you? And like I said, or just do the fucking city a favor and not do anything, and just do the city a favor. You know what I mean? I'm trying not to be super AMZ right now, but I am running out of things to say, and I don't feel the need to keep going on and on for longer than an hour. Let's see. That's trending song if I can find it. Viral hits. All right. I will see you guys when I see you. Thank you for joining my live. Leave a comment if there's anything else that I should commentate on that I did forget, because it's been a lot of vileness. But I think I touched pretty much everything on the nose, or that I have paid attention to in order to respond to. Again, I made this mental list while I was driving around working, so sure I left something out or something that should have been addressed. But anyways, I will see you guys when I see you. Thank you for being cool, even if you hate me. I appreciate people being human beings, except for William, Deadly, and Jen. Y'all should seriously drink some bleach. See you soon.
Haven't you heard I'm the internet girl?
I'm getting out of here.
Eat zucchini. Eat zucchini. Eat zucchini. Eat zucchini. Do you read me? Like the emoji? I want you, I want you, I want you. Haven't you heard I'm the internet girl? Every picture of me is, oh my god, it's her. What's the word? What's the word? I'm the internet girl. Get your screen so hot, oh you better take a screenshot. Haven't you heard it, ooh, you hate it.